You've validated your marketplace idea and it's time to put it to the test. For that, you're going to need a minimum viable platform, an MVP. This first version of your marketplace does not need to be a streamlined, top-of-the-industry experience that takes years to develop. In fact, it shouldn't be. Instead, it only needs to do two things really well. 1. Solve your supplier's core problem. And 2. Solve your customer's core problem. In this video, we're learning about minimum viable platforms, what they are, why you should build one, and how. Your pre-validation gave you a solid understanding of the problem you want to solve. You now have a good idea of what your target users need, but the real test is whether they will actually use your platform to fulfill those needs. There's really no going around it. When building a marketplace business, you can only validate product market fit by launching a platform and getting your users to transact on it. Only then will you know if you're truly providing value. The way to do this is with a minimum viable platform, MVP. An MVP is the minimum solution that allows you to solve the core problems of your suppliers and customers. It's the quickest thing you can build that allows you to successfully facilitate transactions between them. The term minimum viable platform is a version of minimum viable product, a classic startup term. In the MVP stage, you do things that don't scale. You don't yet need a fully automated software app. In the beginning, it's okay or even recommended to do things manually, even if you plan to automate all tasks later. This way, you'll learn faster because you'll be interacting with your early adopters. Since you constrained your initial niche, you don't yet have thousands upon thousands of users, and you can spend more time manually making sure everyone is well served. Think of yourself as a sort of Wizard of Oz, a person behind the curtain working to provide your first users a great experience. How complex your MVP needs to be depends on your value proposition. The simplest approach is a concierge MVP, something entirely handled by you through email or maybe a simple setup of a landing page and a contact form. Both sides contact you and you match them behind the scenes. If you're bringing a previously pen and paper industry online, this simple approach can suffice. However, in the past decade or so, consumers have become used to great user experiences online. Some big established marketplaces had the advantage of entering a less saturated market and could have less polished MVPs. Airbnb started on a WordPress blog. Back in 2007, to book an apartment, a prospective guest would just leave a comment on the apartment's blog post. It was rudimentary, but it meant that when the Airbnb founders started building their custom solution, they already had a solid understanding of what people wanted. The rest is history. That's what you want to do too, but the marketplace landscape is quite different now than what it was in the late 2000s. So if you're going to compete with an existing player, having some software in your MVP may be necessary. If your main value proposition is a better workflow, for example, your first version will need this workflow. Or maybe you're going after a specific category on a larger established marketplace. Likely at least basic marketplace functionality is necessary to convince people to try out your solution over the established platform. Still, your MVP does not need to be polished to perfection. It needs to solve only your core problem better than existing solutions. Even if you are eventually hoping to solve multiple problems for both sides of your marketplace, focus on just solving one for each in your MVP. For example, if your supplier's problems are not enough customers and invoicing is difficult, either start with matchmaking and add invoicing later, or vice versa. You probably have a grand vision for the future, but don't think about scaling too much at this stage. Have the path in mind, but concentrate on your early adopters and core problem first. So now that we know what an MVP is and what it needs to do, how do you go about building one? You have a few options. You could hire a freelancer or an agency to build your MVP from scratch. This is very expensive though, and it takes a lot of time. Even if you do have the funds, they might be better spent elsewhere at this early stage. Another approach is to find a technical co-founder to build your MVP for free. However, this is easier said than done. Technical co-founders are not a dime a dozen, and if you wait until you find a suitable person, you might be waiting for a long time. That's time you could have spent launching your marketplace on your own. And really, that's the best way to go about it. Build your MVP yourself. These days, it's entirely possible to set up a working minimum viable platform without any coding at all. Remember, you don't need all the features you're planning to have from the start, just the must-haves. Determine which parts of your solution are unique and which features you can outsource to existing software. There's a huge number of no-code tools for anything from automating small tasks to setting up entire websites. The rest you can custom build or handle manually. If you're going with the landing page and form approach, a website builder and a form generator will set you up nicely. And probably for next to no money, to be honest. And even if you need basic marketplace functionality like automated user creation, matching, and transactions from the get-go, you have great options. Specialized marketplace software, like what ShareTribe offers, allows you to create a fully functional marketplace platform very quickly and at a low cost without any coding. And in some cases, you need custom coding to achieve your core value proposition already. That's possible with ShareTribe too. You can get a unique marketplace build at a fraction of the time and cost of building it from scratch. So are you ready to build your MVP? Let's go through the basics once more. A minimum viable platform is the first version of your marketplace. It's meant to solve the core problem of your suppliers and customers. You'll likely be doing some manual work to support your MVP, and that's fine. In the beginning, it's important to do things that don't scale. You can build all the fancier functionality once you've validated your MVP and know your marketplace is worth investing in. Your value proposition should determine the approach to your MVP. Sometimes a concierge MVP with a minimal web presence is enough. Other marketplaces are going to need custom coding right from the start. You can build your MVP from scratch, but a faster way is to build it with no-code tools and fill in the blanks with manual tasks, or custom build only the functionality unique to your marketplace and use existing software for the rest. It's time to start building, because in the next video, we're onboarding the first suppliers to our platform. Join me there.